Yeah, that's right, Cody. We're going to be looking ahead to at least a storm threat at times during the day on Wednesday, mainly in the afternoon. And then we'll be looking ahead to very chilly temperatures. Look at the difference here. Low 70s, kind of muggy feeling tomorrow, mid 50s on Thursday and windy. And then Thursday night, oh, a freeze is on the way for everybody, including the upstate. So if you've done some planting, you definitely need to prepare because we've got a couple of freezing nights in store after this system moves by. You can see we've got some heavy rain in western Tennessee as well as Kentucky and some severe thunderstorms moving through parts of Mississippi and Louisiana. We could see a couple of severe storms later on tomorrow, but the threat is not all that high. But there will be a few ingredients in place, so we'll have to watch storms closely. Temperatures are in the 50s and 60s across the upstate. 59 for Spartanburg, 66 in Greenville, 60 for Asheville, Brevard at 58, and 61 for Hartwell. And tonight, we're not going to see temperatures fall a whole lot more. With the clouds moving in, upper 50s will be on the way, and in the mountains, low 50s with showers late. And it's in the morning, we could see some fairly heavy rain in the mountains and then some thunderstorms potentially toward midday. Now, it would come later in the upstate. Afternoon storms are expected there, but you may still see some showers early. I'll show you on FUTURECAST in just a second. But as we rate the day on the Carolina Sky Meter, that's a pretty bad day. 3 out of 10, a failing grade. But the good news is we're not looking at a huge severe weather threat, but there will be a certain amount of time in the afternoon, especially between about noon and 6, that you'll need to stay weather aware. A low end threat for severe weather, we call that a marginal risk, meaning that damaging wind could happen with any storms that develop. Can't rule out an isolated tornado, but that doesn't look highly likely at this point. Now notice at 6 a.m., showers will be moving in. It will not be widespread, but even the upstate could be getting in on a little bit of rain. The heaviest rain is going to be settling in on the mountains as we go toward late morning. This is when we could see some flooding issues. And then as we go into the rest of the afternoon, notice it kind of breaks apart. And in fact, this is even weaker than it was before on the previous model run. So mountains may just tear this thing apart a bit as it gets into the upstate. It's one reason we are on the lower end risk for severe weather. And then as we go through the evening, still a few stray showers, some heavy downpours. But look what happens. We begin to get some colder air in the mix, mixing with that moisture in the mountains, and that's going to mean some snow. Won't last all that long, but like 1 to 3 inches or so along the Tennessee line will be possible. And then the cold gets here. Thursday night, we're talking about a freeze across the area. This is just a sneak peek at what it's going to feel like as you step out on Good Friday. Low to mid 20s in the mountains and low 30s in the upstate. Going into this weekend, your Easter is looking pretty nice. For early services, it will be very chilly in the mid 30s to low 40s, but the afternoon for any egg hunts or any brunch plans, it should be just spectacular. And it just keeps warming up from there. In fact, no severe weather threats for at least 7 days after this one on Wednesday. Very happy to report that. Of course, you'll want to check in on the morning news. Of course, the rain will be coming down and they'll be tracking that severe weather threat. You'll want to see Nicole and Kylie first thing from 4:30 to 9.